Welcome everybody. This is a little update video. Well, maybe not an update, but maybe this is an introduction to our new playthrough of Space Engineers. The videos that you may have seen on the channel before were actually quite old, and I only got around to uploading very recently. But we have Gree, myself, and Ching have started playing Space Engineers again in survival mode, and it's been a blast. So I thought I'd make this little video here to kind of show everybody what's going on, maybe give introduction. So this is an asteroid that we are currently trying to colonize, and this here, I'm going to show off some of our capital ships first before we move on to some of our other things. This is the Penetrator, part of our faction. We are the gay faction. We're very mature people, and yeah, reasons. Don't ask. Don't tell. Lol. Okay, so this is our ship. This is actually our pride and joy. We call it the Penetrator. It is a wall of drills. Let me see if I can. Well, I'm not doing a very good job here on maneuvering. So the Penetrator is basically a square front head of drills at the very front, and it has collectors inside. And it is designed to just eat rock, and it is our main mining vessel. So it's basically our primary resource gatherer. It also comes equipped with sometimes when we're drilling, big chunks get away, but it comes equipped with a jump drive, which we have designated particular asteroids around our little universe as targets of interest. Let me just drop something off here. Okay, just drop off that iron. Okay, but the Penetrator is designed to haul back lots and lots of rock and other valuable minerals to be processed at our new facility, which is right here. And right here is our main production area. I'll get into a little bit more of the details on how that whole mess of nonsense works, but it does work very well. Trust me on this. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at one of our other capital ships. Oop. Quick swap there. Okay, so this is my pride and joy. I call it the Tug Job. What started off as a very, very simple ship. The Tug Job was designed to be like a tugboat or a ferry. So it has all these extra landing gears at the front, and I would attach on to vehicles that needed to move more nimbly in a tight space. But since then, I have kind of grown the platform to do many other things. For example, we needed to haul some of that cargo quickly from the Penetrator to our base for processing, and we could do this while the Penetrator was still working. And that's why we have this little camera here. It's attached, and we have a piston system. As soon as I can figure out how to get there, we go. So we have a piston system that drives up a connector, and it lets us connect to the base, because it's, as you can see, there's a little bit of a corridor down there to the left that we are currently building because it was damaged in a meteor storm, but we can basically use this piston to go from distance, attach onto the base, deposit, and fly away. If you can see on the side, well, can't really see it. We do have a jump drive engaged in here, so it allows me to jump to the Penetrator, pull cargo, jump back, drop off cargo, and at the same time, we have these sorting blocks on the side. And what those sorting blocks are designed for is to let me eject stone, because we don't need stone. So those blocks specifically pull stone into those connectors and eject them out into space, where I just poop it everywhere. Okay, and then so now let's kind of get into some of the nitty gritty of the base. So this is our asteroid. Cheng found it. It's a very nice asteroid. Has nice amenities, nice big crevasse there for us to open up, and we're still getting hit by meteor storms because this is a survival. We have normal meteor storms, and unfortunately this conveyor belt is a casualty of that. We are going to reinforce this belt with some heavy blocks so that if in future events, if a meteor shower comes and it nails that thing, we're not going to lose connectivity completely like how we just did. So we're snaking it along, and I put together a very, I don't know, I don't want to call it complex, but we have a system. We have a system. We don't have any mods on this thing, and we are just running this completely vanilla. So we have an accumulator. So everything that gets pulled in gets thrown into those 3 large cargo containers on top, and they are named accumulators. And this is components, this is rock, this is bars, this is anything that we have coming in. It goes into those accumulators. And so what I do first is I pull out components, because components, say we grinded down a ship, we want to keep those components. We don't want to, they don't need processing. They're going to be used immediately for new things. So that's what that large container at the bottom is. We give it a straight path. That sorting block right over there, it pulls all of the components straight down. I'll go and take a look here. I'll show you some of it. Very simple. So we have component to storage sort, and we're just pulling components. But you know what? Let's add some other things, because ammo, technically ammo, we don't need to do any processing with ammo. So we're gonna just pull that down. I think there's also, yeah, hand tools. Yeah, we don't need hand tools. Hand tools are already it's already a complete component, so nothing needs to be done to those. So we're gonna pull those straight down to storage there. So that goes straight down, stored, good, done. Okay. So the second piece here, this is our arc ore sorter. So we're pulling out these particular ores and scrap metal, which are only processed by the arc furnace, and we're storing them in 2 more large storage accumulators, because there's just a lot. You're going to process a lot of iron, cobalt, and everything. So that's why we have those there. And similarly, anything else that is not refined by an arc furnace, we move it over to the regular refineries. So that's gold, magnesium, platinum, silicone, silver, and uranium. So those get pulled down, and they go straight into another accumulator, you know, so we have some space for everything as a buffer. Okay, and then over here we have this one is for, in the off chance that say somehow we get bars, we directly get bars from something. I have no clue when, but this one pulls any bars or things that are accumulator related resources. Those get pulled directly into accumulators, or get stored into large cargo containers, which are ready for the accumulator. So basically ingots. I was kind of stupid with the first one, so that's why you saw all those different things. But so yeah, so all those go directly to it. Oop, I'm gonna have a little bit of lag here. Sorry, I'm running this. The server is being run on my workstation right now, or my desktop. Sorry, workstation. Sorry. Force habit. So that's Greedy jumping on the server. So yeah, so basically anything from the refineries and from those arc furnaces, those finished materials all get pulled to those assembler accumulators, and those are ready for work. So at the moment, we actually don't have our assembler system set up just yet. I mean, we just have random crowd tubes over there right now. They're not even hooked up to O2 systems. So this is one of our building ships. This is the Melder. Nothing really special there. It's got 2 large cargo containers. It's just designed to help us build things. Really, really low key. So before we actually found this asteroid, we were running the crashed red ship scenario, and our original spot was not ideal. So we actually had a base. So we have 2 ships there, and so we need to break down the red ship. That's what this ship that we're coming up to is. Yeah, because we're mature people, so it's called Grinding on Men. It's a gay grinder on men. But this one was a ship that I built. It was a kind of like a thin structure. It was meant to just grind through in like a straight bore, like a worm. Think like an earthworm. We had to salvage a bit of it. But basically it would bore straight through ships. So the red ship, I ate it down with that thing. It was really simple, really efficient, but it kind of got hit by a few things and Cheng blew it up. So yeah. So this was our base. This big platform there was originally designed to be like a staging area where we would build on the station. But we didn't realize that we had the voxel thing going on with the station, so it actually started to move, and we're like, okay, this doesn't work. But you can see meteor showers have caused us a lot of problems. So we have some turrets on here. This was our original base. This is the first base we ever had. So it's really primitive. Nothing's laid out very well. We have incomplete components. we didn't know how to build. We didn't have a plan. So everything that you're kind of seeing in the later stuff now, we have a lot more thoughtfulness. This one was really slapdash, slapped together, just trying to survive. And to me, or for us, it has that charm because this was our first base. So we have assemblers in there, refineries everywhere, containers just strewn about. I mean, fucking, you look over here, we have the flight chair mounted to the fucking ceiling, our med base on the side. It's a mess, but it was our mess. But yeah, so this is our survival series. Not much more to show here. But yeah, I may do this as a weekly thing, maybe show some updates every now and then. But yeah, this is welcome to Gay Squad. It's gonna be a lot. It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully, you got a lot more to show. See you guys next time.